is a dream if you don't do it.
Approaching things from a place of mind and then a place of no mind. I was wondering, I've heard the term from Alan Watts is spotlight consciousness and floodlight consciousness. So one's very focused, the other one's very big and broad. You know, it's just aware of everything. But when you're, you know, when you see so much more, you can't really focus in with your laser beam. So I don't know. Is it? Do you see tapping into this floodlight consciousness? Is that the same thing as tapping into maybe the flow, the bigger consciousness, which is great for flow and creativity, but maybe not so. It doesn't have the intensity that that thinking, calculated, and you know the power of mind is something that needs to be acknowledged as this is where it specializes in, and then maybe the power of no mind or flow really gives a kick-ass performance, and humans respond to it. They love freestyle, they love free verse, they love people that can go off the cuff, improv. It's just something in us that we are drawn to. You don't really have to tell people; they just are drawn to this spontaneous, creative essence, which we might call the realm of no mind or bigger consciousness or flow.
Yeah. Well, I think maybe a lot of times trying to get people, children especially, to open up and express themselves vocally, it's about getting the mind out of the way, right? The self-critic.
Absolutely. The inner saboteur and the inner critic, and, you know, they're having a hard enough time in adolescence feeling confident about themselves. The last thing you want to do is take that away. You want to be empowering them. And I think what my students know about me, they know they're coming to the Empowerment Center. That when they're coming here, I'm really excited to know, what did you learn? What don't you understand? What's tripping you up here? How can I help you? How can I help? What's going on in your experience of this? I noticed you haven't spent too much time with this. What's that about? Well, I don't know. It's kind of And if I know they're having a hard time with something, I want to find out what it's about. You know, and how can I make this be something not so, like, for example, some kids, when I first start introducing them to early music, Baroque music, classical music, whatever, doing Italian aria, and they're 12, 13, 14, whatever, right? Sometimes at first they'll be like, and I'll say, look, this is the spoonful of sugar, just a little bit of
see if you like it.
I said a little medicine. This is the medicine part. And the reason I'm giving this medicine is to help you expand your voice. You came here and I interviewed you the first day, and I found out, what are your goals? What do you want to do? What excites you about singing and your voice? And you tell me what you want to do and who you're trying to sing like. And I'll say, you know what? Scales are going to help you to be able to do that. Do do some little whatever it is.
So you're trying to give them this. You're trying to give them a little bit of structure to enhance maybe their creativity. Some of the tradition and rules that go.
Some of my kids are going into, like, I have a kid who's been with me for 3 years, and she wants to go into songwriting. I let her tell me when she was ready to do that. She goes, well, I've been kind of working on them by myself for a little while, but I'm realizing I need some help. I'm kind of stuck. And so that led into, I've had classical piano, but I don't know how to apply that to what I'm doing, because it's totally different. So then I get into, okay, well, you know, I try to just sense what it is they need, let them know I'm there when they're ready, and we can do whatever you want.
How much are you the Jedi Master, and these are the
Padawans?
Padawans. Are these your Padawans?
I don't know about that.
Okay.
But, you know, I'm kind of like Mama Music here. I don't know.
Mama Music.
Yeah, I just, I always call them, they're my kids. I mean, when I'm, I have adult students as well, but my younger ones, I just think of them as my kids, really, because I care about them as spiritual beings, as human beings, as creative beings, as essence beings, and I am interested in creating safe space for them to find out who they are, express who they are, and get clear on what that is. And even if what they come to is that, this isn't complete, I really want to do basketball. That this was fun, but now I know I can put it all in context and know that basketball comes first, this comes second or third. Or, wow, this is really cool. You introduced me to these arias, for example, and I know I can see the connection between, now I can do that pop, that high thing that Mariah Carey does, or that high thing that, what is it? I'm trying to think who that they work with. This is Leona Lewis, for example. She does these little high licks at the end of some of her pop songs, and they've spent some time doing an aria that did that, and so now they can put that into the pop music, and it's a whole new deal. And they can have an appreciation.
You're giving more tricks of the trade in
Well,
a tool
yeah,
belt.
in a toolbox. By the time they leave, after about 3 or 4 years, and some kids are only with me 2, 3, 4 years, it's enough. They shouldn't have to, be with me for the rest of their lives. I want to free them so when they leave,
that's the whole point.
whoa, exactly, give them the wings to fly.
Yeah.
That's the point of teachers, of parents, right?
I want them to be empowered.
Yeah.
All right.
So I guess maybe to wrap
it
up,
up?
we can.
Yeah.
But maybe I wanted you to show us some of your CDs and albums that have been released there.
Yeah.
Can you tell us the story behind?
Well, this is
one here?
this is actually a greeting card idea I came up with. It's actually with a company right now, a marketing company. I tried to do it first on my own, and trying to do everything was just a bit much. So
Yeah.
it
little
can
help.
be.
That's
Yeah, a
what
little
I
help from my
know.
friends. Exactly. But this is a song I wrote. It's called "Freedom to Live in Harmony," and I wrote it a year before 9/11 actually, and. It was about, basically, it's about diversity, seeing diversity as a strength, not a weakness, and that the more we can kind of hold each other up within our differences and try to learn from them, we're going to have a lot more peace.
Right.
Yeah.
And
this was written prior to 9/11.
it was actually written
That's
a
so
year
relevant,
before.
right?
Exactly. In fact, there's a whole other, I told you there's a whole other story behind that, because on 9/11, I was on my way to my first gig with an author in Philadelphia to do an inspirational, like he was a motivational author.
Yeah.
And, have me sing this song along with others, and actually got caught at the Chicago Midway Airport on 9/11.
Yeah.
Was evacuated.
Right.
And took the scariest ride out of there in a taxi in my life, and ended up driving across the country 5 days by myself in a rental car.
Did you have music at that time? I mean, what did we have to keep it
Oh,
all together at the time?
I sang this so many times over and over and
Really?
over again that literally, and I actually wrote the end piece that talks about, it says, freedom, do I have it listed here? Yeah. I came up with a whole section of this song that wasn't there previous to 9/11. After I got home from my 5-day lone trip in a rental car, in shock, driving home from this experience.
You realized it wasn't finished.
I wasn't finished.
Yeah.
And I actually got on the horn with Willie, Mayor Willie Brown, hit his office, and made the secretary listen to this song. I called everyone I could think. I sang it over the phone. I sang it until I was hoarse. I was able to hook up with Seals and Crofts' producer, and went to Nashville and recorded this in Nashville.
Wow.
So that's a little bit of a story on that. But
Hopefully, we'll have a different song that we're gonna have in the intro.
yeah. Oh, that's called "Do Your Dream."
Do Your Dream.
Yeah, that's a song I wrote. I guess it was 2002, and I was just about ready to give up on my dream, which my focus at that time was starting my card company, and here I was, this motivational singer, touring around writing songs about, hey, do your dream and everything, and I was just coming up against wall after wall after wall, and I wrote this song to myself, and then it turned out that, it kind of helped a lot of other people. So,
nice, that's the way to do it.
yeah. So,
yeah.
You guys, this has been so much fun.
Yeah,
I love
thanks
it.
for coming by. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, that was wonderful.
Yeah,
I know a few viewers like Sophia. I'll just give her a shout out there, who will be very interested to hear, and hopefully maybe even contact you.
I would
maybe
love that.
future networking. Yeah, because she's got a voice on her. It just seems like she needs someone that can
so
really hone
Sophia,
it and harbor that space.
Sophia.
let's get on this.
Love to meet you.
Jedi Master.
Jedi
Sophia.
So great, thanks,
Great.
Jennifer.
Thank you.
That was a lot of fun.
Yay.
All right.
Ta-da.
Beautiful.
Give it